Hey there everybody, and welcome back to the Blossom Crochet channel. In this crochet tutorial I will be showing you how to make this absolutely beautiful textured granny square. Now you can make these squares absolutely any size you want. You could just do the first 4 rounds and leave them as little tiny ones to sew together, or you can make bigger ones like these ones and then stitch them together, or you could even continue this to be one absolutely huge blanket. It is completely up to you. The pattern is a 2-row repeat. It stays perfectly square, it stays perfectly flat, and it is just a really beautiful one. You get these gorgeous ridged details that you can see here that are worked up throughout the entirety of the project. Now I'm using 4 different yarns here to get this beautiful gradient effect. You can use a single colour or a cake yarn, it is totally up to you. But as I say, I've used 4 colours and I've done 2 rounds of each colours. I find that if you are going to change colour, doing 2 rounds or just an even number of rounds per colour is the best way to get a beautiful effect. So if this is your first time visiting my channel, then please do make sure that you hit that subscribe button now, and also click that little bell icon and to receive all notifications. That way you will never miss whenever I upload a new crochet video. Okay, so for the tutorial I'm going to be using the gorgeous Shapey's Stone Washed yarn. So I'm going to be using 4 different shades here, and we've got Crystal Quartz, Amazonite, Turquoise and Blue Apatite, who knows. So they are the 4 shades that I will be using just for the tutorial. Now the recommended hook size for this particular yarn is a 3 to 3.5 millimeter, but I would definitely recommend going up at least half a hook size, if not even a whole hook size, just because this pattern can keep quite tight. So just so that it's got a nice drape, I would definitely recommend going up at least a half hook, maybe even a whole hook size. So I'm going to be using a 4 millimeter for this yarn. So you're going to start with your slip knot on your hook, and you're going to do a chain of 4. So this pretty much just starts out as a regular granny square. So yarn over, pull 3, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to slip stitch into that very first chain to create a ring. So insert your hook, yarn over and pull through both loops on the hook. And then into this centre ring we're going to be working all of our round 1 stitches. So you want to chain 2, and that is going to count as your first treble crochet. Do remember I'm using UK terminology for the entirety of this project, so whenever you hear me say treble, just remember that these are your double crochet. And then you're going to put 2 treble crochet into that centre ring. So you yarn over, insert into your centre circle, yarn over and pull up, and you'll have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. I'll show you a treble one more time, but then after that we're just going to crack on. So again, yarn over, insert back into your centre circle, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops, and that is our first granny cluster. You then want to create a corner, so to do that you're going to chain 2. And now what we want is 3 more granny clusters separated by chain 2 corner spaces. So straight back into that centre ring you'll put another granny cluster, so 3 trebles, chain 2 for your new corner space, and then granny cluster, chain 2 and another granny cluster, and I'll meet you to close off. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 granny clusters, and I've currently got 3 chain 2 corner spaces, so obviously we need a final corner space. So final chain 2, and you're then going to slip stitch into the top of the second chain from that chain 2 that we did at the beginning of the round. So insert your hook into that chain 2 and then yarn over and slip stitch, so pull through both. Okay, so I personally like to do 2 rounds of each colour when working this pattern. Obviously you can use a continuous yarn cake or just doing one completely solid colour. So, and then obviously you would just work up as such, but I'm going to do 1 more round in this colour, so I'm going to turn my work and slip stitch back into that corner chain 2 space. and I'm going to chain 2 to count as our first treble. Okay, and then you're going to put 2 more trebles into this corner space, and then we will finish off this corner when we get back round to it later on. Now if you normally would chain 1 to jump across your treble clusters to get to your next space, you can absolutely do that. However, I don't. I would just jump straight to my next corner space. So in that next corner space you will just do your new corner stitches. So you'll do a cluster, chain 2 for your new corner, and back into that same space another granny cluster, and you'll just work that all the way around. So granny cluster, chain 2, granny cluster into each of those chain 2 corner spaces. Okay, so I've worked that all the way around, and I finally just need to skip this last cluster and finish off my first corner. So we need a granny cluster in that first corner space that we started from. And then you want to create your final chain 2 corner space, and then you're ready to slip stitch to the top of that chain 2 from the beginning of the round. So that is how you should be looking. Now I will just show you very quickly, if you were carrying on in the same colour, you will simply turn your work around and slip stitch back into that corner space and chain 2, and then carry on as I will be showing you in just a moment. However, I'm changing colours here. So I'm going to chain 1, snip off, and just pull that tail through. So I'm just going to leave it facing me as it was just for 1 second while I get my next yarn ready. So you can either attach your yarn and chain 2, or you can do a standing stitch, which is what I am about to do here with my next colour. So you always want to make sure that you turn your work over again. And then, like I say, you can either attach and chain 2, or you can do a standing treble. So you'll yarn over with your slip knot on your hook, insert into any corner chain 2 space, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. And that just gives you a normal treble stitch. And then you want 2 trebles into that same chain space. So like I say, if you've continued with the same colour, you will have literally just slip stitched into your corner space, chain 2, and then 2 trebles, and then we carry on as normal. So this is where we start building some of that lovely texture. So we're going to go into this next space here, so in between your 2 clusters, and you're going to put 1 treble, and then we're going to work down into the first round that we did. So not into this space here, we're going to be going around the middle treble of that granny cluster. So we're going to go around the back of this treble, doing a front post double treble. So remember, that's a UK double treble. In the US, these are just called your trebles. So you'll yarn over 2 times, and then we're going to go around the back of this middle treble. So you'll go around the back of the whole of that stitch. So you're not going through the top loops, you're going around the whole of that treble stitch. Yarn over and pull up. Make sure you're not holding it too tight, otherwise your work will bow in on itself and flare out at the corners. And then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. And then you're going to go, it'll cover it up slightly, but you're going to go back into that same space between those trebles. So you've already got 1 stitch in there, and you'll go back into that same space and do another treble to complete your granny cluster. And then you'll skip ahead to your corner space, and your corner spaces are always going to be the same. They're always just going to be a granny cluster, chain 2, and then another granny cluster in the same space. So I'll just show you one more time along this next side, and then you'll be able to just repeat it all the way around. So again, you're going to skip into your next space and do a treble, and then your middle treble will be worked as a front post double treble around the middle treble from that first round. So yarn over twice, around the back of that middle treble and out the other side. So go around the whole of the stitch, yarn over and pull up. Like I say, keep it quite loose. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And then you might need to move your stitch slightly to get back to that space to finish off your cluster with another treble in that same space. Okay, so if you just repeat that all the way around now, so you'll do your next corner space, so your granny cluster, chain 2, granny cluster, your next granny cluster with your front post double treble, and continue that all the way around. Okay, so once you've worked that all the way around, you just want to finish off with your final cluster into that beginning chain space where we started from, because you'll have only done half of that corner. You want to remember to do your final chain 2, and then you'll be slip stitching either into the top of a chain 2 or into the top of whatever stitch you chose to do at the beginning of the round. So slip stitch. So you can see now we've started to build some of that gorgeous texture. So now you want to turn your work and you're going to slip stitch back into that corner space once more, chain 2, and then 2 trebles in that same space. And this round now is just a normal granny round. You're not going to be doing any post stitches. So you will just work a cluster into each of the spaces along your sides. That's one, and then I've got another space here to work. And then you've got your corner space. So your corner space, as always, is granny cluster, chain 2, granny cluster, all in the same space. And you'll just work that normal granny round all the way round until you get back to the start of the round. So again, you'll be finishing by completing your final other half of the corner in that last chain 2 space. Remember your final chain 2 and then slip stitch to close off the round. Now again, if you're continuing with the same colour, you will turn and slip stitch straight back into that corner space and do your chain 2. However, as said, I'm going to be changing colour every 2 rounds. So I'm going to snip off and pull that through. I really should sew in these ends. Okay, moving on to my next colour now. Again, I'm going to start with a slip knot on my hook and I'm going to be doing a standing treble crochet. Now we need to turn our work back so that the right side is facing us where we've got those lovely post stitches. I'm going to do my standing stitch into any of the chain 2 spaces. But like I say, if you've carried on, you'll have just slip stitched and turned and chained 2. So complete your next 2 trebles into that stitch, into that chain space, sorry. And then we're ready to work our next post stitches. So into this first space just here, you'll do a normal treble, and then down into the row below, directly below where that space is, you're going to be working a front post double treble around that middle treble of that cluster. So yarn over twice, down into that stitch and go right round the back of the post of that stitch, yarn over and pull up. Remember to keep it quite loose. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And then again, another treble into that space. So move that stitch out of the way to get back to your space, because you still want to have 3 stitches in that space. Okay, so I'll show you that one more time. So you're going to skip the next to the get to your next space. You'll do the treble. Okay, so this one is slightly different because obviously we have already got a post stitch here. So you want to yarn over twice and you're going to do a front post double treble around that stitch. So it'll be quite easy to get around it because it will be quite loose. You'll see the nice big gap. So you'll go around the back of that posted stitch from that round. Yarn over and pull up. Again, keep nice and loose. And then yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2, and then back into that space you'll do another normal treble. And then again, you're going to skip to your next space, and obviously we've got no post stitches this time. So we're going to do a normal treble and then a front post double treble around that middle treble of that cluster. And then back into that space, a normal treble. And then we are at our corner space, so complete your corner as normal. So 1, 2, 3 trebles, chain 2 and 3 trebles in that same chain 2 space. And then again, you're going to repeat the side that you've just done. So you will do treble and then double treble around the middle treble from that row directly below your space. And then treble back in that same space. And then your next space, you will do your treble, and then your front post double treble will be worked behind the front post double treble from 2 rounds below. And then normal treble back in that same space. And then again, normal treble, front post double treble around the middle treble of the row below your space, and then normal treble. So if you want to continue that all the way around now, and I will meet you as you get back to the other side in just a second. So I've worked that all the way around now. I've done my last half of this corner and I've done my chain 2, and then I'm ready to close off the round. So that is how you should be looking. We're then going to turn our work and slip stitch back into our corner space, and then we're just going to do our round of normal granny stitches. So chain 2 and 2 trebles in that space, and then you're just going to put 3 trebles, so you're just going to do a granny cluster into each of your spaces all the way around, and then obviously your corner spaces will be cluster, chain 2, granny cluster. And if you just complete that all the way around, and then I will meet you to close off. So again, you'll chain 2 and slip stitch to close off the round into the top of that starting chain. And again, because that's the end of my second round, I'm going to snip off. So that is how we're looking at this point. You should be able to now, using those last 2 rows that I just showed you, you should be able to now rewind or pause and repeat those 2 rows until your project is the size that you need it to be. Now, as you can see, it should lay perfectly flat, it should stay perfectly square, and you will be able to work up some really beautiful effects depending on what colours you have chosen, and whether you decide to keep them small and attach them all together, or whether you just go for one huge blanket. It's completely up to you. But I really do hope that you have enjoyed the tutorial. If you have, please remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel and share it with anyone that you think might like it. But that is it for this one, but I will see you again really soon. But thanks as always for watching, and bye for now.